Welcome to part 2 of the Colorado thrifting adventure. In this week's video, we go to Fort Collins, the tiny little town of Hygiene, and I pick up a lot of vintage goodies. Oh, that's kind of cool. That piece, is that $10 or $100? Look how cute that little Spanish girl is. Gosh, it is feast or famine with these. Look at that. Okay, I gotta take it for 50 cents. Come on. How sweet these are. So we've made it to Fort Collins and we are at the Foothill Flea Market. It's one of our favorite go-to places for vintage items. So let's get inside and let's go see what we can find. This is really cool. You have Jesus on the cross, and then you have matching candle holders. It's just a little more than I want to pay at $40, but it is really nice. So this booth has some really good prices. This wonderful 1940s mirror in this wonderful green color. It's really charming, and it's only $2.50. I mean, how can I pass that up? I know somebody's gonna love it. So this is really also charming for $9.99. It's in this rustic, primitive, like barnwood frame. Kind of dig it for $9.99. So look at this beautiful needlepoint in this amazing shadow box Victorian frame. Look at the detail on that. And it is $25. I'm sorry, I have to get it. So how do we feel about this one? I feel like that little fish kind of throws this whole painting off. I mean, it is only, I think, $14, but I don't feel like it's quite right. I'm very tempted by this walnut nutcracker. It's $20. It is really cool. I don't know. I would probably either sell it to one of you guys or at the store, because I feel like there's a lot of them online. Of course, a lot of them are comping pretty high at like $80 and above. Decisions. Look how cute this little red, white, and blue pincushion is. This would be amazing in a 4th of July display, and it is only $4.50. I mean, I don't need any of the rest of the sewing piece. You get the novelty sewing novelties? Sewing notions. I don't need the sewing notions, but she is pretty darn cute. My sister found her. So my sister just talked me into buying this little box. I think it's from the 80s. But the thing is, the young girls love the 80s now, which is really, you know, the 80s does Victorian as far as this little piece goes. But then look at these. All these are just $1. This little trinket box. This little trinket box with the roses. And then this beautiful little soap dish is only $1. So I think I'm gonna have to buy those. And look at this lamp. I love this little lamp. It's $3. That has to come home too. And it is a day for lamps. Look at this amazing lamp in this amazing kind of blue turquoise color for $6. Yes, sir. So now I'm in another antique mall. This is my favorite booth. She goes to France every year and she brings back a container, and then she does a huge pop-up sale, but then she also has this booth. And I just love everything about it. You know, I'm a huge Francophile. And my gosh, of course, I also went to France to shop. But look at this painting. So good. I still have a couple of paintings that I bought in Europe that I need to pull out and basically take somewhere. Look at this amazing box. It is so interesting. It looks like books, and then it has what looks like a pyramid. It's a little too much for me at $24, but it is fascinating. And then this box is $9.95. It's also really beautiful. It's got these little brass feet. And I always like a box that has multiple types of wood. But I hate it. Never put stickers on wood. Never put stickers on art or books. beautiful is this? Its own little stand.
And there's no use in going alone. Keep your eyes on the horizon, and together we will run.
I found another painting and I really love this one. It is so bright and summery. It would look great in a room that gets a lot of sunlight, and it's only $10. Oh, look at this Mitchell-Look picture. That is huge. Ah, it's not very well done though. And it's got multiple chips. Good morning. It's Sunday, and oh my god, I got so much vintage stuff yesterday. It's gonna be a beautiful day. A beautiful, super hot day, unfortunately. And right now we're just gonna go get some coffee. Sometime today I need to do a haul for you. But in the meantime, we're gonna walk through this beautiful historic neighborhood of Boulder.
Time will come, and there's no use in going alone. Keep your eyes on the horizon, and together we will run.
Well, welcome to the haul part of the video. If you are not familiar with me, my name is Abigail. I have an antique and vintage store in Poulsbo, Washington. I have an antique booth at Lander Street in Seattle, Washington. I also sell on most major platforms, but lately my favorite is Etsy, and I do have a coupon code. It is LOVEITBUYIT. It saves you 15% on your total purchase, both on Etsy and eBay. And I'm really active on Instagram, so if you are too, go follow me over there. And as usual, if you see anything in the haul, you can also just send me an email. All my information is down below in the pinned comment, and I can give you a price, including shipping. So let's get started. I have so much to show you. On the way to Fort Collins, we stopped at a garage sale, and I got a bunch of these, which are actually little tiny busts. This one is Brahms, and then this one is Beethoven. Beethoven's always a popular bust. They're just very tiny. They would look great on like a bookshelf. And then this one is Mozart. Mozart is also a really popular one. And then this one is, which one is this one? Halby. I don't know who Halby is, but it's Bach. So this one's Bach. And yes, so I paid $1 for these, and look at the boxes. Like, they look very vintage. I don't know how old they are. Anyways, I absolutely love them. These will go, they may go online, and to my booth, we shall see. I have said before, I love an old tool, mostly because the wood is always so beautiful on old tools, the patina and the age. This one has a beautiful piece of brass on it. What this was used for, I have no idea. I want to say it was probably a planer. Yes, I'm going to say it's a planer. Anyways, absolutely beautiful. I don't know what to put on it price-wise. It will probably go to my booth, but it's just a beautiful piece of history, and that's why I always pick up old tools. And because men love them. So that's another reason why I picked them up. Time to pick up Christmas. Now, the only reason I picked this up was because of the design. So I love that it's a star. I love that it has these mid-century modern horses. Are they deer? Oh, I think they're deer. Anyways, it's so pretty because there's nothing in it. It's completely empty. I don't know what was in there, but I love a good display piece. So I was really happy to get it and save it from the landfill. And I almost missed this beautiful piece. Look at that pastel pink American pottery. I don't know if it could be Hall, it could be Bauer, it could be, what's the other, McCoy, it could be a McCoy piece. All it says is USA on the bottom, but I love these little pieces of pottery. I have a few myself that aren't for sale, and nowadays they're harder and harder to find at thrift stores and garage sales. So when I do see one, I totally pick it up, but it is just a cutie. And I made a quick stop at, we were waiting for lunch we were waiting for them to call us to our table. So we went to a tiny little antique mall in Loveland, I think, or was it Longmont? I think it was Longmont. And I got this beautiful box with this anchor, and it has like these other brass details on it. I paid $5 for this. It's got a beautiful blue lining. I don't think it's very old, but it is really well done. It could have had a compass at one time in it, but now it's just a trinket box. We stopped in the tiny little town of Hygiene. It was so little, so cute. And I did get this vintage leopard jacket. I don't know if it's faux. It kind of feels faux. Anyways, they originally had $40, but it was the end of the sale. And who's going to buy a coat when it's like 90 degrees out? So they sold it to me for $10. And then I think this is bittersweet. I'm not positive because I don't know my glass, but look at this beautiful piece of mid-century modern glass. And this was only $1. And then, what was the other piece I picked up? Oh, this is just a tiny little individual creamer, and this says Shenango pottery. And anyways, I don't know what I paid for that. Maybe $0.25. I think she actually threw these in, and she only charged me $10 for the coat and these two pieces. So we went to a couple of antique malls in Fort Collins, one of our favorite places to go junking and thrifting and antiquing. I found, and now this isn't old, but it was only $1.99. I want to say there was a discount on it. And with 4th of July coming up, I thought this was very cute. And this one will probably go to my booth because I think it has that Americana feel to it. And then at that same mall, again with the swans, I found these tiny little swans. They're so cute. I did pay $15 for these, but these will probably go online for $48 to, I don't know, $53 for the set. And they may even go to the store as well, where we sell a lot of brass. So our favorite antique mall is called the Foothill Flea Market or Foothill Antique Mall. It's in Fort Collins. It was in the video. Anyways, I picked up a bunch of stuff there. There was a booth where everything was like $1. Now, this doesn't appeal to me, so I hope it does sell quickly. But this little trinket box with this floral design, and this will go into our like Bridgerton display, and I'm totally thinking it'll probably be a young girl that buys it. And then this really sweet, oh, and this is a vintage one, this really sweet soap dish with the florals, very shabby chic, very cottagecore, definitely a Bridgerton piece. And anyways, by then I was just like, what the heck? Let's buy all the, all the pretty dishes. And then there's this one that kind of, it looks like lusterware, and it says hand painted Helen R. a rower. So how sweet is that? So it's actually a signed piece, and it has a rose on the inside. There's her signature right there. So just a sweet piece. I mean, for $1, I had to bring it home. And then one other piece, and I thought this one was also sweet because it has a shell detail, and this one is a matte finish. But look how pretty that is. So I get the appeal. And then this one is also signed on the bottom. So it was also probably a hand-painted piece. Look how sweet. It's got a little rose. And, you know, things like this sell all day long in our shop. I don't know how it would do online. Nowadays, I just let Tegan decide what she wants to list, and sometimes she lists things that I would not list because I'm like, I don't know, I don't think somebody would buy that, and then they sell. They totally sell. It's crazy. So, you know, don't say no to things that you feel, you know, other people won't buy, because you never know. You know, you put them online. The online shopping community is gigantic. So anyways, she may very well put those online because she's young, and I'm sure that those would appeal to her. Now, this is something I would have collected at her age because the 1930s and 1940s also appealed to me. And that is this beautiful green mirror. I want to say it's rubber. On the tag it said it was metal, but look how pretty that is. It is very 1940s. The color though is everything. I want to say I paid like $6 for it. But I was just like, you know, it doesn't matter. It'll sell in the store. It'll sell online. I mean, not for a ton of money, but it was just so darling. I had to bring it home. The tag is off on this one too. I want to say this one was also like maybe $6, and that is this vintage lamp. It's meant to go on a desk, and you can put your pencils there and your little notepad. But these kind of lamps are actually really popular right now, and this is a really good one. They actually had it plugged in and they were using it, and for $6, how could I say no? These little vintage lamps are very valuable, and they're a hot commodity. So I got this one, and I got another one. I got this one as well. I was super, super excited about this one because look at the color. The color is amazing on it. So, and it's definitely articulated, so you can move it up, you can move it down. The color's incredible, and I also only paid like maybe $6 on it. Now, this one's not that old. I just realized, I mean, it was made in China. So this is not a vintage one, but $6. I thought it's still a good deal, and it's still a very cute little desk. My sister was helping me do some picking. She found this little Native American pouch. Look how beautiful that is. And this was only $3, so I'm bringing that home. And then I got this great tin for $1. It was the same place I got all those little trinket boxes, but I love the graphics on that. This is just a really good piece. What does it say? Soothing Ointment, the Foster Dat Company Mecca Compound. So for $1, I had to say yes. And then she found this little bag full of sewing notions, but what was inside the bag is what made it super cute. And that is this really old, tiny little pincushion. It is not in perfect condition, but it is an oldie. Probably from the early 1900s, I would say, but very adorable. And the whole bag was $4.50. So really happy to find that, because that is just so sweet. And then the last thing is, what is the last thing? Oh, I also got this from that same shop. I think by this time I was like very much charmed by all the little feminine things, but it is this cute little pocket vase, which you just hang on the wall. This one was made in Japan, so it's probably from the 40s or the 50s, and it wasn't very much either. I think, I want to say it was like maybe $4 or so, $4 or $5. But anyways, I thought it was really sweet. So I can't believe I forgot to show you this beautiful painting that I got at one of the antique malls in Fort Collins. It is really lovely. It's professionally framed in this gold frame, and it has just these beautiful summer colors. Again, I paid $10 for it. As you can see, it was done by Bettina Denathia in 1981. So it is truly vintage now. And I did put $72 on it, and it is listed online. And I did pick up this wonderful cattail and daisy painting in this rustic frame. It is really vibrant as well, and it just has this really sweet, whimsical look. I think this would be beautiful like in a log cabin setting. Honestly, I think it would be pretty anywhere. It just has this really sweet look to it. And this one is also an original, and it is signed, as you can see in the left-hand corner. And it also looks like, well, I can't tell. Kind of looks like it was professionally framed. But I love the yellow background, and this one is also listed online. And then my very favorite is this needlepoint in this absolutely stunning Victorian frame. It is so beautiful. I absolutely love it. And it is very large. It's a very large scale piece. The needlepoint is extremely finely done. It is just absolutely gorgeous. Well, thanks for joining me on this Thrifting Colorado adventure. As usual, it was such a blast taking you along. I had such a great time with Heather from the Antique Agenda. If you're not familiar with her, again, go follow her on YouTube or Instagram. And if you get out to do some thrifting yourself, I certainly hope the thrifting gods will be with you, that you find some fabulous stuff, and otherwise, I will see you in the next video.